Hello and welcome. My name is Chris, and I'm a yoga and meditation teacher in San Francisco, and I use he, him pronouns. Today will be an introduction to pranayama, and we will practice some introductory uh, expressions of this ancient yogic practice. So, pranayama is literally means expanding the dimensions of our vital life force. It can also translate to controlling our vital life force. So prana is the energy, the vital life force that all living things carry. And the ancient yogis believed that we can work with this vital life force through the breath. So it is not the breath, prana is not the breath, but the breath is one way of beginning to work with prana. So, what are the benefits of pranayama or breath work? Uh, just to shorthand it, there are deep and profound physiological benefits to working with the breath. Number one, it helps to down regulate the nervous system, especially those practices that focus on the exhale. There are other benefits through other forms of breath work, but the ones that we'll be practicing today really help to um, calm the human experience down. And for the yoga practitioner and the spiritual aspirant, pranayama helps to move a practitioner beyond the experience of the external world and transition into an experience of the internal world. So let's begin noticing the breath as our entry point, our foundation into pranayama practice. So come to a comfortable seated position and try to have the hips at the level of the knees or even higher. So maybe sit up on a cushion or a pillow, something to just give a little lift, and lift up the shoulders and roll them back. So you're getting nice extension widthwise in the chest. And sit up straight and tall. And if it's supportive, I invite you to close the eyes. And in any part of this practice today, I invite you to merely observe if this is the first time that you're trying this out, or if you're in any kind of situation where you just want to take a pass, feel free. Everything that I'm offering is an invitation, and just come back when and if you're ready. So again, I invite you to soften the gaze and cast it downwards or close the eyes completely. And just begin to notice the physical sensation of breathing in your own body at this time. No need to put any muscular effort into the breathing at all at this moment, merely noticing the physical sensation of breathing. Where do you feel your own breath? And no need to comment or judge, merely being with the breath. It's a very soft and gentle presence that you are bringing into this noticing. Perhaps you notice the gentle rise and fall of the chest. Maybe the tummy gently rises and falls as well. Again, resist the temptation to exert muscular effort into the breathing at this moment. Only being with and noticing without judgment. Just notice 2 more breath cycles, inhaling, and exhaling. Inhaling and exhaling. Now, place one hand on the tummy, or maybe one hand on top of the other. And just notice the belly breathing. And here you can begin to put some muscular effort into the belly breathing. Let's notice 8 rounds together. Feel the tummy fill with air completely. And feel the tummy fall as the air completely leaves. Maybe you're just putting 40% effort into this, not 100% forcing the air into the tummy, just enough for it to be very obvious what's happening. So now I'm at 5 breaths. So for me, 3 more. You continue on at your pace. Noticing deep belly breathing. Last one for me. Okay. Now, let's practice putting our hands on the side body, like right near where the low ribs are. So one hand on each side, and notice the sideways breathing of the breath. And let's do 8 rounds of noticing. So feeling the side body expand and contract as you breathe slowly and deeply. Normally in our everyday lives, perhaps only do chest breathing, but our practice today is really about expanding the full capacity of the lungs, extending down all the way to the lower part of the lungs. Deep breathing. I'm halfway there, so 4 more for me. Noticing the side body breathing. And the last one for me, you take your time. This is your practice and your experience. And now, when you're done, just take a moment to check in on how you're feeling, maybe in comparison to when we first started this practice. Just maybe even noticing any subtle shifts that may have happened on any level after 2 rounds of 8 counts, belly breathing and side body breathing. And bow the head forward, flutter the eyes open if they're closed, and give a look up at the screen. So this is the foundational practices, some of the foundational practices of pranayama. Noticing the breath, full stop, and then beginning to work with deepening the breath and noticing where you're experiencing the breath in your body. So we did belly breathing and then side body breathing. And so these are just great practices that you can come to at any point in the day, and just work with it and practice it. If you're interested in moving on, we're going to do 2 more practices in working with the breath, versions of the same thing called sama vritti. So sama means same, and vritti means fluctuations. So here, the fluctuations of the breathing are going to be equal length. So in our first version of Samavritti, we will be inhaling for a count of 4 and exhaling for a count of 4. And we'll do it for 8 rounds. And I will cue it for you. And let's practice doing that deep breathing, like a full breath. So not maybe our typical chest breathing only, but a full breath with the tummy, the side body, and extending all the way up, perhaps even into the clavicular area here, the chest. So maybe think of it in those sections of the body, filling up completely and completely emptying. And we'll do 8 rounds of counts of 4. So again, if it's supportive, I invite you to close the eyes or merely soften the gaze and cast the gaze downwards. And let's begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Halfway there. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Deep breath in, inhaling, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last one, inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 2, 3, 4. Resume your everyday breath and just check in again. How are you feeling? And noticing any subtle shifts or changes in your experience. And again, bow the head forward, flutter the eyes open, and raise the gaze. And open the eyes. So we'll work on our last practice of Samavritti. And this one is introducing breath retention. And so if this is new to you, maybe just watch it. If this is in your practice, I'm going to count out by fours. And if you're familiar with this and know your own body's capabilities, feel free to shorten or lengthen. But again, there's no competition in yoga. And so work with the number that is going to facilitate your experience of going more deeply within. So it might be 2, might be 3. 4 is like a good number because it's not easy, but it's also not too hard, depending on where you are in your journey with pranayama. So I'm going to count 4 inhalation, hold for 4, exhale for 4, and then hold the breath out for 4. So inhale for 4, hold 4, exhale 4, hold the breath out for 4. And we'll do 8 rounds of this again. So again, if this is something you want to try, then I invite you to soften the gaze and cast the gaze downwards or close the eyes. And we'll begin. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Halfway there. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Last round. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold it out, 1, 2, 3, 4. Resume your everyday breath. And again, notice how you're feeling in this moment. Try to deeply connect with your experience in the present moment. We try to capture it in a word. And when you're ready, bow the head forward, flutter the eyes open, and slowly raise the gaze. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. And I would just invite you to notice maybe how you were feeling, maybe that one word that you were feeling at the beginning of the practice, and then maybe at the middle, and then at the end. And just notice how working with pranayama changed your experience, whether on a purely physical level, or maybe on a deeper level, moving from the external experience to the internal experience. Pranayama is expanding the dimensions of our vital life force. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. And if you have any questions or comments, please feel free to let me know. And I will see you next time.